In a small village surrounded by dusty roads and fading houses, there lived a laborer named Raghav. His life was simple yet extremely hard. Every day before sunrise, he would wake up, wash his tired face with cold water from an old earthen pot, and rush to the town square in search of work. His back was bent from years of carrying heavy loads, and his hands were marked with blisters and scars. Yet, in his heart, he carried the weight of a bigger dream, a dream to change his destiny. Raghav was not uneducated by choice. Poverty had pushed him into labor when he was just a child. His father died early, and being the eldest son, responsibility fell on his shoulders. He worked for daily wages to feed his mother and siblings. Years passed, and he became known as the most hard-working laborer in town. But behind his sweat-stained clothes, he carried an invisible burden, a longing for a better life. People often told him, "Raghav, this is your fate. Laborers are born to die as laborers." But Raghav refused to accept it. Every night, as he sat under the dim light of a lantern, he whispered to himself, "Someday, an opportunity will come. Someday, life will change." He waited and he waited. One hot summer morning, while Raghav was carrying bricks at a construction site, a wealthy businessman named Mr. Kapoor came to inspect the building. Mr. Kapoor was a man of vision, always searching for honest and hard-working people to bring into his expanding businesses. He noticed Raghav's speed and dedication. While other workers complained of the heat and took breaks, Raghav continued without stopping. Impressed, Mr. Kapoor called him aside and asked, "Young man, why do you work so tirelessly? What drives you?" Raghav, wiping sweat from his forehead, smiled and replied, "Because hard work is the only wealth I own. If I stop, my family will sleep hungry." Mr. Kapoor admired his honesty and determination. He said, "I like your spirit. I want you to come work in my factory. The pay is better, and if you learn, you might grow into a supervisor." For a moment, Raghav's heart leapt with joy. This was the opportunity he had been waiting for all his life. But then, fear crept into his mind. What if I fail? I have never worked in a factory. What if people laugh at me? What if I lose even this small income I have now? Doubt overpowered his dream. With hesitation, he told Mr. Kapoor, "Sir, thank you for your kindness, but I am just a poor laborer. I don't think I am fit for such a job." Mr. Kapoor looked at him with disappointment and walked away. Days turned into weeks, and soon Raghav discovered that another worker, his friend Mohan, had accepted that factory job. Within months, Mohan learned new skills, earned a good salary, and was promoted to a supervisor. He moved his family into a better home and gave his children a chance to go to school. When Raghav saw Mohan's success, his heart ached. He realized that the opportunity, which could have changed his life, had slipped through his hands because of fear and hesitation. For the first time, he admitted to himself, "Opportunities don't wait. They come once, and if you let them go, someone else will take them." That night, he couldn't sleep. He thought about all the years he had waited for a miracle, only to waste it when it finally appeared. He remembered the sweat, the struggles, the hunger, and the endless waiting. Tears rolled down his cheeks, but in that moment of pain, a fire was born inside him. The next morning, Raghav made a promise to himself, "Never again will I let fear steal my chance. If another opportunity comes, I will seize it with courage." Time moved forward. and destiny tested him again. One afternoon, a contractor who often hired laborers approached Raghav. He said, "Raghav, I am starting a small supply business for building materials. I know you are honest and hardworking. Will you help me manage the deliveries and accounts? I cannot pay much in the beginning, but if this grows, you will grow with me." This time, fear tried to whisper again, "What if you fail? What if you cannot handle accounts?" But Raghav shut that voice down. He remembered the lesson he had learned and boldly said, "Yes, I will do it." It was not easy. At first, he struggled with numbers and organization. People mocked him, saying, "A laborer can never run a business." But Raghav worked day and night, learning from mistakes, asking questions, and improving himself. Slowly, he became skilled, and the business began to grow. Years later, Raghav was no longer known as just a laborer. He had become a respected businessman in his town, employing dozens of workers. The same people who once pitied him now admired him. His children studied in good schools, his mother lived comfortably, and his life transformed. One evening, while sitting in his office, Raghav thought about his journey. He realized that his life had changed not just because of hard work, but because he finally learned to recognize the value of opportunity. He often told his workers, "Hard work is important, but without courage to seize the right moment, even the hardest work goes unnoticed." Remember, opportunities don't wait.